What's up, MusicInsiderMagazine.com. Rich Redmond here. I'm in beautiful Saratoga Springs, New York. This is the Saratoga Springs Performing Arts Center, SPAC. I wanted to show you my Jason Aldean Night Train drum set. This is a DW Collector Series drum set. My friend Dominic Tancredi at Woodshed Stage Art put this bass drum head together for me. If you have a band logo or a name you want to get out there, he can customize anything. Now come back around here, I'll show you the kit. Nice finish, right? Ruby glass, DW of course. It's a ruby glass sparkle. We have black nickel hardware. Of course, I have some Danmar stick holders. I'm always flanked by stick holders. I have a stick bag and stick holders everywhere just in case I drop sticks. The Boy Scout in me. I have a backup Collector Series drum ready to go and some pedals ready to go. You gotta keep cool. I got fans. Here's a shaker, survivor of the Nashville flood of 2010, the Great Flood. I have some Gongbop maracas that my good friend John Hull, who's manning the camera right now, he put together and taped for me. So those are ready to go. I come here, I have a Porter and Davies throne, which is Thumposaurus Rex, man. This thing vibrates my butt. We have it all racked up. The unit is right there. You can't miss it. It's leprechaun green. Here's my rack. We're a little bit old school in the Jason Aldean band. We are a rock band, and we are running no tracks except for the Kelly Clarkson song. So I'm actually just triggering a shaker sound and using a shaker sound as a click track, and I send that to me and the band. Of course, the Boy Scout in me again. I have two drum machines that are linked together, and they're running simultaneously. If one goes down, the other one is running. I also have a Tama rhythm watch, just to remind myself, if these all crash, what the starting tempo of all these songs are. As you can see, this is our set list, and I have the numbers, just to remind me, in case my brain isn't working that night. Always got to have gaff tape. If I start to blister, I've got a glove. Always got to have a Macho DW drum key around. I buy these in bulk. Lug locks, you got to have those. Got to stay hydrated, right there. I come over here. I have an extension from my in-ears. I use JH Audio in-ear monitors. And I have a Roland SPD-SX. What do I use this for? Well, I'll tell you what. Just in case all this goes down, I have all the songs in our set programmed. I have a shaker sound that I can send to the band. So I have 3 backups for running click. Why am I so worried about running click? Well, you want to have the same consistent tempo every night. And the light show and video content are all queuing off the exact same tempo, using the exact same tempo every single night. Also on the song 1994, I have a 808 kick, some claps, an 808 hi-hat, and some reverse stuff that's kind of programmed in here. If you come over here, I use a foot switch, a Roland foot switch to stop and start my click. Over here is a talkback mic. What this does is, since the band would not be able to hear my count over the din of a crazy audience, I use this, it opens up this mic, and I go 1, 2, 3, bam, and then we're in. Okay, now we talked about the DW drums. We have 12, 16, 18. That's my friend Ed. How you doing, buddy? 12, 16, 18. A little deeper on this model, a little deeper on this model. And I'm using the coated Emperors on top. These are Remo heads, coated Emperors. I have clear Ambassadors on the bottom. For the snare drum, for us heavy hitters, I have an Emperor X, which is a double ply head with the black dot in the middle. That gets rid of some unwanted overtones, and the head is gonna last for a couple shows. How often do we change heads, John?
Every other show.
Every other show, we change heads. And the way we tour in Nashville, we usually leave on a Wednesday, and I'm rocking Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So once a run, John is probably changing the heads. Kick drum head lasts a little bit longer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For cymbals, I'm using the, what am I using? I'm using Sabian. I've been with Sabian for a long, long time, for over 10 years. These are 16-inch hi-hats. Now, these were made for me, the AA rock hats, but now you can get some explosion hats right at your local guitar center or 5-star drum shop. Right off the shelf, you can get 16-inch hi-hats. I like larger sizes, like a 19, 19. These are 20s, right? I got 2 20s. These are Volt Crashes. This is, of course, the very popular AA bash ride. Why do they call it a bash ride? Well, you get the bash on it. It sounds awesome. Over here, I have a backup hi-hat. I wouldn't even call it a backup, but I call it, these are 15s and these are 16s. So I got 2 different sonic characteristics. I got that. And what I'll do is I'll play these other hats because it allows me to not only get that that sound characteristic, but I can actually get this going over here, which is a little bit more visual for the audience. Okay, so over here I have a Gone Bop's red rock and roll cowbell, and we're working on this because this happens after one show. It starts to smile at me. It kind of dips in there, but it still sounds fantastic. All right, over here is the Chad Smith invention, the Holy China. Is this a 19?
20.
We use it. It's a 20 or 21, I believe. And then we have some D-drum triggers on the drums, and people are always asking me, do I actually trigger the sound? No, we love the sound of the DW drums so much, we're not going to go down that road and open up Pandora's box. But what they do is we use these triggers to open up the gates at front of house. So if Chris Stevens, my front of house guy, wants to take doom to doom and close that sound just a little bit, it makes for a cleaner mix. So DW 9000 pedals. I have some Danmar wood beaters on there. ProMark drumsticks. These are 5Bs. I sweat a lot, so I put some stick wrap on them. And hopefully you would keep in touch with us, hopefully later in the year for the Christmas buying season. Haha, hopefully there will be a signature model with, well, I won't give away the secrets, but it's going to be a unique stick that you could buy at your Guitar Center or your favorite 5-star drum shop. So that's the kit. DW Collector Series, Sabian cymbals, ProMark drumsticks, Remo heads. We have Danmar beaters. We have Danmar stick holders. Of course, we have Audio-Technica microphones. On every drum is an Audio-Technica microphone, and I can't say enough about the quality of Audio-Technica microphones. They're an industry standard. They've been around forever. And I also use all Audio-Technica microphones at my studio, Crash Studio. So for more information, please keep in touch with me, richredmond.com. It's R-E-D-M-O-N-D. And be sure to stay tuned for more of all the fun things you want to hear about in the music business, the latest news at musicinsidermagazine.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon.